face?
Or is my face?
Potential. Oh, see that go? Oh man, hey, that was straight out left field.
End the episode. We're done.
Hey, we're done.
We're done.
Hey guys, happy New Year! Welcome to 2022.
What up?
New Year.
We hope you had a
Better
great
us.
New Year celebration. I hope that 2022 will be kinder to you than 2021 was. Overall, I didn't have a bad year 2021.
I mean, it was okay. It could have been better.
Yeah, it could have been better. I mean, COVID aside,
Yeah.
all the consequences.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bad year. I think we all had a pretty good year. I mean, we got to start all this shit that we're doing.
This is true. This is true, yes.
How you guys feel like, real quick,
For sure.
how do you feel about 2021?
That's how I feel.
I give it a 7. I give it a 7.
A 7 out of what? 2,000?
A 7 out of 10. No, a 6. No, you said a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? Okay.
6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
See, I know you compartmentalize your things from each other.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
That
six,
you're not letting it hamper your whole year.
Yeah,
Chris?
yeah.
I'd say a 6 as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. Like, if it wasn't for like Kunuku, it'd probably be like a good 5.
I'm a little bit
4.5.
disappointed that even though in spite of Kunuku, y'all still only rating it a 6. That's because I just because of Kunuku, I'm rating it an 8.
Yeah?
Yeah,
No,
because
I
maybe I'm just a little bit more, positive than you guys
exactly.
are.
Just because of Kunuku, not getting married or anything.
Ooh, shots fired.
So getting married gets like a 7.9, and the Kunuku is like a 0.1. Afgerond,
Okay.
You know how we do Antianos. All you need is 5.5.
And you passed.
Afgerond is S.
Yeah.
So that's all we need.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But now it's 2022. Do you guys have any goals for 2022?
Get this shit popping, literally.
Yeah, no, be more specific. Get this shit popping. You can be talking about a pimple. You can be talking about balloon. You can be talking about business.
What
Bubbles?
cherries?
Bubbles? Popping bubbles? No? Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing I can't wait to start popping off is we have a new seasoning flavor coming out.
Sazon.
Sazon. Es un poquito spicy.
Oh, we're telling the people already? People know this?
Yeah.
They can know this.
They know that it's coming. And they don't know what it is.
All you 4 people who listen to this.
Yeah, it's coming.
10, Daryl. Put
10,
some
you're right.
respect on their names.
Yeah, you're right,
10.
you're right, 10.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
We've heard your pleas, and apparently y'all want spicy, so I came up with a nice and spicy blend.
Are we revealing what it is as well, though?
Yeah, hey.
Damn, bro. What's happening here?
okay.
What's with you and the secrets?
I mean, you got to build up a little hyper anticipation,
How can you
I've told
build up
people about it.
How can you build up anticipation if they don't know about
Would you
it?
say emancipation?
Proclamation.
Right on.
I mean, you give them little hints here and there, But hey,
Well,
hey. The cat's out the bag. The cat's out the bag.
This is my hint.
The cat's
out
out
the bag.
Cat's out the bag. It's fucking up the couch. Graham, what about you?
To be honest, I forgot the question. What was the question?
What's your goal for 2022?
Get the shit pop now. My goal is what is my goal? Yeah, my goal is definitely to get Kunuku running properly. Now it's kind of off the ground.
What's properly mean for you?
So properly is to where the point where we do well enough where it could become my main thing, right?
Okay.
Even though I don't have to be a millionaire overnight, even though as long as you
Overnight.
just yeah, exactly. As long as you can just
You're supposed to say, I don't have to be a millionaire at all.
No,
It's nice to be.
no,
Graham gets to knock on the door and excuse me, here's some money.
I mean, it's definitely nice to be, but it shouldn't be.
No, you're right. Look at me being
So,
greedy
but so then for you,
2022.
it's you want to be independent from anything that isn't Kunuku.
Yeah, financially independent. I
So we
guess.
have a year for it. I mean, you guys definitely not pull it off.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the goal, But if it doesn't, to be honest, it doesn't have to happen in this year. But if we get close to it, where I see okay, we got to work a bit harder, and then maybe the year after we get it, then I'm cool with that as well. Even if it's just me covering my costs and have a little bit of pocket change, that's fine with me as well. As long as this is my
As long as I can pay rent.
exactly, yeah.
Gotta pay that rent.
You guys know the SMART formula for goal setting? You guys ever heard of it? SMART.
Oh yeah.
So it's specific, measurable, attainable, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have SMART, and that's what most people preach and coach and shit.
Yeah.
But there's a level above that called SMARTer. There's an E and an R that comes to it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So I can teach you guys about that because you guys have a really important goal for 2022. I mean, Kunuku has it's in the world there. It's doing its thing. Yeah. But now it's time to scale.
Yeah.
It's time to make it something that you guys can actually thrive off of. Because right now we're doing it and it's fun, and we've gotten the first milestone. We all want to thrive.
Yeah.
So we can talk about that. But we want to help people kick off 2022 maybe on a good foot. So
Yes, sir,
on
Steve.
Instagram, I found this list of 50 tips and advice from old people, from old folks, people who've been around. And I was reading through the list, and I thought a lot of them are very interesting, and it's like old school shit that we've also been taught, like a lot has to do with manners.
Like how old? 90s old or
talking about like
20s old?
Old, like your the kind of advice your wise grandpa would give to you. That's kind of the idea. So I figured it might be fun to go through that list and see how you guys feel about it. So I'll go one by one, and then you guys can say like agree or disagree, and we can talk about what sounds interesting. If it's one of those, obvious things, we can just move on.
Yeah.
But maybe this can give advice to other people, because some old school principles, and when they talk about politeness and attitude and manners, some of them still ring true. Yeah. But we live very much in a digital age, so I'm wondering how much of that is no longer relevant. And maybe our opinions can help other people also find a little bit more of a foothold in that logic. So you guys ready?
Legal.
Okay, cool.
Born ready. Come on now.
You guys got enough drink?
Yeah. Press a button. They get a buzzer.
Oh, should have done that. That's for next time. All right. So the first one is the easy one. Life lessons. It says life lesson advice from an 80-year-old man. Have a firm handshake.
No. No. Like what?
I do have to say though, if I'm meeting someone and they give me one of those.
But no one does that. Come on.
Fuck yeah, dude, and it irritates the shit out of me, man. If you're not gonna give me a handshake, that's perfectly fine. Rona. Yeah. But if you are gonna give me a handshake, give me a fucking friend handshake. It's a sign of respect. Hey, I'm acknowledging you instead of like me.
Okay.
I'm better than you.
Does that really Does that affect your first impression of someone? If they
yeah, for
sure. For me, yeah.
But if there's no reason for you to not give me a firm handshake, you're choosing not to.
Exactly.
So you either think more of yourself than me, or you're indifferent to me in that situation. Or
so like hypothetically, if they had their hands full and they give me like a stop handshake, I'm like, okay, that's fine. But if you're just standing there and you choose to be like me,
or
nah, fuck you.
People's opinions about a first impression is also important. A lot of people they have an ego or arrogance, or like, oh, your first impression of me doesn't matter, so I'm on whatever. So it is a little bit rude, a little bit disrespectful, and I have to, especially in the beginning, give a lot of handshakes to partners and new people that you meet.
Yeah.
And almost every time that I had like a piss poor handshake, the relationship was doomed to fail.
Or is it because you go in then with a preconceived notion of they gave me a crappy handshake?
No, definitely not. But the pattern is definitely there. So you get the people who have like a poor handshake. They care more about themselves than anyone else, and they behave that way also in business, or they're indifferent to you, or they don't really put a lot of effort into things.
Or is this maybe they're just indifferent to the handshake? Like, oh, it's a handshake, like
Like
do you guys have the same rule for if you hug a person for the first time?
No, because a hug is an intimate thing.
Yeah, it's different. A hug is intimate. You're not gonna hug in a person you don't know at all.
What if they dap you up then?
That's fine.
Again, that's also different.
But is there also do you also have a set rule where
no. It's specifically about the handshake. Mm-hmm. For me, it's a form of respect. Like, hey, I acknowledge you. Hey, your existence, respect. I acknowledge that you're actually here.
But existence, that's deep.
Yeah, but
for me, from a business standpoint, it's just about like, you understand the importance of making a good impression, and that alone means that other things will most likely be in the right place in your mind. So like if I'm trying to close a deal with someone, and that, like, let's say if everything else is perfect, the communication, enthusiasm, their positivity, like then you could probably ignore the poor handshake, but you'll still be left wondering like, why are you holding my hand like it's made of cotton?
Exactly.
But why not completely ignore it? Because then he has all the factors you want. What the fuck does it matter what his handshake is like?
Why ignore it? For this example, if the first time I meet you, you dress nice but you smell like fucking shit.
Okay, but I do everything you want me to do. I smell like shit. I dress nice.
No,
what's the difference?
Are you the kind of person who gives really bad handshakes?
No. I think I give a proper handshake, but to me, it's just
it's a good handshake.
No, but
I don't get it, because your handshake has nothing to do with who you are to me. It was who you are as a person or your capabilities.
You are right, and I'm not talking about as if you give a bad handshake, you're a bad person. That's not what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is that first impressions are those little things. If
the odds of you like fucking up down the road is increased when you're dealing with someone, or like when the person is someone who just doesn't give a fuck about the first impression. Yeah. And the handshake is usually the first impression. It's the first point of contact. It's like a cultural thing where you go into sea with each other. Mm-hmm. So you're more likely to like come across more issues when it comes to attitude and personality, or a person's view on duty and responsibility, if someone from the jump already shows like I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Because culturally everyone knows a handshake is important. Like we're taught that as well. Like this is a very standard like one of those tips you see on those fucking posters. So have a good handshake. Yeah. So it's already culturally embedded that like it costs you nothing. And I think your odds of being successful in that relationship is better if you start off with a good handshake. There's the chances of it flourishing or faltering.
Yeah.
Or you're more likely going to have a good relationship with someone who understands the importance and just makes that little bit of effort to not have to have that extra thing.
See, and that's the thing. I think the reason you might have a better relationship because of that is because people place such importance on it, and they feel like, okay, he gave me a good handshake, so now I have a good image of him, as opposed to he gave me a bad handshake, so now I have a bad image of him. So, I think it's not per se the handshake, but just the unwilling perceived notions that come with that first handshake. I think that's what it is.
But I think that's true as well, because look, the handshake only matters for that moment. But let's say if like I've had meetings where I've spoken to someone sitting at a table with them, and we're talking about specifics of a deal, and you can notice, okay, it's a little bit murky. We're not seeing eye to eye yet. If I get up and like I give him a reassuring handshake from komt goed, we'll figure it out, and you give a good handshake, it sends a signal of we might not be there yet, but I'm willing to work on it. I've also been in the same situation where I've spoken to people, for example, who apply for a job, and then like you can tell they're missing a lot of attributes that they need, but they have a good personality. You can tell they want to try. But they start tapering off toward the ends of the meeting. And at the end of the meeting, they stand up, you give them a handshake, and they kind of give you one of those little, like whatever. That already kind of says to me, like...
You don't care.
You've already given up. You've already decided for yourself that this is not going to be for you. It's not always that case, but that's what the non-verbal language kind of says.
Basically, for me, what it comes down to, if you're going to do it right. For me, that's what it comes down to. If you're not going to give me a handshake, that's perfectly fine. We don't have to say that and whatnot. But if you're going to give me a handshake, just do it right.
Okay. I guess I disagree.
I guess handshakes is like a almost outdated notion. I mean, nowadays you're not even allowed to touch each other, so you give one of the elbows, like the little boop.
Yeah. I mean, to bring it back to the point you said earlier, for me personally, one thing that irritates me is a shitty hug. Because again, if you're
don't fucking hug me.
Exactly.
Don't put your arms around me if you're not gonna hug me.
Don't be this close to me if you don't want to.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess.
If we're gonna take this long, every fucking piece of advice, we're gonna be a long episode.
I just didn't know you guys were that opinionated about a firm handshake.
Cut it into two parts.
Just to like put like a period behind it. Like it's not vital, but it definitely helps in a lot of situations.
Exactly.
Like I think it's unnecessary to add that bad handshake components to an equation if it's necessary. Just give me a good handshake and we can move past it. Like why complicate it with like give me your hand? Like when like it's just awkward. Like why choose to bring that into the formula?
But that's an exaggeration. I've never had someone shake my hand like that.
I did
100%
me the fuck off, bro.
I've had that so many times.
Okay, let's say just to round it off real quick. So let's say, like you said, the meeting is going well, blah, towards the end he starts to taper off. He gets up and he gives you a medium handshake. What's your impression then?
Then it doesn't matter.
Then it doesn't matter.
No. But let's say he did give me a good handshake, then like I know he was intentional, and intent to me is valuable. So then I'll be like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Like he gets, it's like a bonus point, you know? It's like a 1-up.
Okay.
Okay, let's go a little bit faster through these boring ones. Okay, advice number 2 is
I know you. Go ahead.
Look people in the eye.
Yeah, to me that's important.
Yeah,
to me that's important.
Yeah.
That's more important than a handshake to me.
Yeah,
okay,
no, I agree.
Yeah, because
when you're talking, giving a handshake,
if you give a really good handshake, but you're like this, you're like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
All right, number 3, sing in the shower.
I do.
Do you rap in the shower? Do you beatbox in the shower?
Do you drop more than soap bars?
Nice.
No. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I do too.
Yeah.
You guys play music when you're showering? Like, do you have like your phone next to you and sing music?
If I don't have music, I'll belt out it to myself.
Not too. The only thing is that's kind of ruined for me because I don't want to put it on blast, but I have this one housemate, right? And whenever she showers, she sings, but she screams, right? So the whole fucking house hears that. And she showers
But that's the only way to do it.
You have to record that,
bro. That's the only way to do it.
And she showers for like half an hour. So I'm like, bro, it's
okay.
So that kind of ruined it.
AirPods
in. Yeah,
like
showering for half an hour. I don't know about that, but you got to, if you're gonna do it, So do it right.
God damn it, Brenda, I'm trying to work.
Hoping she doesn't watch this. She usually does, but hoping she doesn't watch this one. So my bad.
What up?
That kind of ruined it for me. But yeah.
Don't worry, I got you. You got to do it right.
Advice number 4 is own a great stereo system. I think the point of this is just like stereo system is, fucking like good headphones. I think also counts. Just a means of enjoying music properly.
As long as no laptop speakers. Yeah. No, definitely. Because it's something. I think music is something me personally, I listen to all day, every day, all day.
It's really important.
It'd be weird if I didn't have music.
Exactly. So it's definitely an important one.
Yeah, that you mentioned it. I think we are very music centric.
Yeah.
I mean, but if you look at like back home, all the commercials that we have on the radio are songs, basically.
So
any commercial we have regarding
feel secure.
Fucking KFC, right. fucking Enya, all them shits, they're a fucking song.
Especially if you're gonna do a deep cleaning of the house, you gotta have some music.
If I have to clean the house with no music, that's a miserable situation.
Like punishment. Then it feels like a punishment.
Yeah,
definitely.
All right. This is one I like. If in a fight, hit first and hit hard.
Oh.
See, that's the thing. I've been taught to never start a fight but finish it.
Exactly. That's what I'm taught to.
And the thing about me is I'm a big dude and I hit hard. So I generally don't.
Have you ever considered one of those like face slapping competitions?
The ones you on YouTube.
Yeah, those are wild.
Holy,
there's always a big dude who like rock tiny guys.
Crazy, bro. You see these? No.
Like because Pop always taught me because I was a little bit more physical.
More aggressive.
Yeah. So he said, look, never start a fight. Always make sure that you get hit first, but in a way that you can take it, so that you can always claim self-defense.
There you go.
That's smart.
That was the trick. So like at school, he said, he's like, look, I don't want you fighting. But I told him, sometimes you got to fight. But what am I going to do if someone like disrespects a friend or attacks a friend?
Yeah.
Like I had a bunch of friends who were, a little bit more on the geek side of things. So they could not defend themselves.
Yeah.
So I told my dad, like, what if I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to just live with myself and that my buddy got like his face smacked in? Yeah. Like a girl, for example. They're like, okay, look, just make sure you get hit first, but make sure it's a body shot, not get hit in the face, dodge first.
Yeah.
As soon as you get touched, fucking go.
Bring them down.
Like hit them hard and make them sit the fuck down and recalculate the shit.
But what if they swing and miss? Are you then also in
still
attack
counts.
mode? Okay.
It's an attempted attack.
Still
No, I'm just wondering.
And so I did a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've been in fights like at school I think 3 times, and every time for the same shit. Like an asshole in school has a big mouth, and then someone speaks up, and then that person attacks like the person who speaks up, and then the person can defend themselves. So I'm all like, hey, pick on someone your own size, and then they forget that they're not my size. I'm always a little bit bigger, and they think they're cool, and they gotta show up. I remember one time this fucking asshole, like I remember his last name, so I can't put him on blast. But if I did, I would. His name was Christopher, so not you, but it's this fucking asshole, and he like. One typical guy is like, it was his 3rd year in 2nd grade, in Tweede Mavo. So we were in this, we had this little altercation, and then he kind of threatened me like, hey, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm like, go, bet.
Yeah.
So he swung at me and he hit me in the face. Like, I was like, okay, cool. So
not gonna move.
I stepped to him, and this guy like. I never seen someone move so many tables that quickly, like between me and him. Exactly when the teacher came in, like a whisking teacher. I was like, "Ooh, you motherfucker! You're so lucky."
We never get to punch him back.
No, because at that point it was over. I'm not. Then if I go find him, then I'm the first one to strike.
So we're like, oh, after school, 2:00 outside, meet me there.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Bring your mom. I'll fuck her up too.
I mean, Daryl, you fought at school, but Graham, have you ever fought?
No, I've never.
We fought for Graham.
True, yeah.
Twice.
I've never been in a fight, no.
In 6th grade in basketball, twice. There were 2 situations where someone wanted to fuck Graham up. We were like, nah, bitch.
Yeah.
Man, we like a wall of dudes in front of Graham.
That's why this dude has such an ego. Y'all fucking build him up like, oh, I can do whatever the fuck I want. That'll fuck you up anyway.
That's true, though.
Hey, like one time, like Graham was a pretty boy in school, so the other girls were like, "Oh, Graham," and
this
guy from like 1 grade higher, so Ain Mavo, Eerste Mavo, so you're close to the same age.
Yeah,
like he was into the girl that was into Graham or some shit, so he came with his friends to make a big deal of basketball because the schools were attached to each other.
Yeah.
You had Manix Basis, Kleuter, and then Mavo.
Yeah.
So he came and like fucking like I don't know, like you were sitting on the bench or some shit, and he came and
something
like he came in your face and he did like this to Graham. Hey, I was like, hey. As soon as I said that, like fucking, what's that guy's called? The bald bald dude, black guy, a little bit older than us.
In our class?
Yeah, it was in her class. Like Jaro?
Jairo?
What's his name?
Shanauro?
Shanauro, there you go.
Shanauro.
So hey, he heard me say that.
He's a man of God now.
So that was like meerkats. All the boys were like, and hey, we stepped to these dudes. We were like, absolutely fucking not.
How dare you touch our pretty princess?
Hey, no, but that was funny because they did not expect us, and you had a bunch of like small guys in the class too.
Yeah.
But because of like the illusion of power that comes from a group dynamic.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hey, these guys were like, the tiny guys were all like, what? Like stepping up, like trying to like rush to the front. We're like, no, you calm down. Like, let's not make this a thing.
Oh, shit, yeah. Because I was just chilling with this guy. I know, whatever, bro.
Yeah. Like, Graham was not in the wrong at all. This guy, it was one of those moments where kids just being kids.
Yeah.
Like, you make a choice and sometimes it's the wrong choice, you know?
Yeah,
Exactly. You know?
All right. Tip number 6 is keep secrets. Y'all keep secrets?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
From
It's between me and God.
but like,
It depends now if
is there anyone you don't keep secrets from?
myself. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it depends on who tells me what, and so like, I think for example, if you tell me something, I'm not gonna tell Chris what you told. If you tell me something in confidence, I'm not gonna tell Chris what you told me in confidence. You know, even though we're all boys,
Yeah.
you know.
No.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a very firm believer in it's none of your business. In the sense that if
Or to quote like Junie, Fabo fucking asunto.
Exactamente. If someone tells me something, it's between me and them. That's it. No one else needs to know about that. If someone comes and asks me, I'm like, I don't know. You ask them.
I think this is an obvious one. I mean,
Yeah.
the opposite would be to not keep secrets, and that just sounds dumb.
Yeah, but you have people that talk about things. Oh,
Like,
this person has this and this and this. I'm like,
That's gossiping. Gossiping is always so.
like, do you keep secret from Fleur? So let's say Katja will tell you something. She's like, "Yo, I don't want you to tell Fleur." Would you tell her?
I'm really good at staying out of that situation.
But let's say it happens.
Probably not. Like
You wouldn't tell her. You mean?
I probably would tell her.
Oh, you would tell her. Oh,
Like
okay.
my
But would you be
relationship
like-
and confidence with Fleur is way more valuable and important than anyone else's.
But
So-
would you be like, okay, Katja, thank you for telling me this, but I'm gonna tell Fleur.
Yeah. If it's non-destructive, if it's something that will play itself out, and if like, I just don't want to be in the wrong side of history. That's my whole thing. So if it's something that plays out, and even though I knew there'll be no negative consequences, then I'm fine with it. But if it's one of those things like no, like I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna be the bad side of history for not telling Fleur in the long run. Then be all like, "Fuck you!" Like I don't care if you don't love me anymore. Like I don't keep secrets from Fleur. It does.
And that's fair.
It hinders me only. It doesn't help in the long run. Me and Fleur are trying to build something special together. So fuck that shit.
That's fair. I mean,
So
especially if it's your wife, it's fair.
But even with friends, like, if with a friend too, like if someone would tell me something like about you, and I didn't realize that they were telling me something that I couldn't tell you about. So it's like they tell me this whole fucking thing. Oh yeah, but don't tell Graham. I'm like, bitch, should have said that first.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I knew I couldn't say nothing, I would have been like, no,
Don't tell me.
I'd be
Yeah.
like fucking Joey, like la la la,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So like, don't come to me with shit that I can't talk about.
Okay, yeah. Nah, that's respectable, definitely.
Like the rank of importance is like Fleur, like you Nader, you guys and Nader,
yeah.
and then it's like my mom, like and then like my extended family.
Yeah.
Everyone outside of that, so don't fuck with me because I'm not gonna keep your secret for you. Like the village is more important than anything else. So
Yeah. Okay, no. Fair enough. That's
No,
a good one.
like for me, I'm a very private guy myself, so that's why I understand. Not everyone needs to know my information. So if someone comes to me and they're like confiding me, hey man, it's between us. It's between us, and it's dead and buried there. Done.
yeah, but the odds of someone coming to you with something that's like with the Fleur example, of course, someone if it's about them and has nothing to do with Fleur, then I have no reason to tell Fleur. It's not like if you tell me something personal about you, then I have to report to Fleur or anything.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if it involves
if it
Fleur,
concerns Fleur, then
yes, because she's more important than anything. If it concerns her, I'm telling you. Same if someone comes to me and it concerns you, I'm telling you too.
Yeah.
If someone comes to me and be all like, "Hey man, like I've developed a really, really like dysfunctional fetish for Legos," I'll be like, "Tell me more." And I won't tell anyone else. So it's stuff like that. If it doesn't concern people who are more important in rank,
yeah.
if it won't affect them negatively, then I don't give a shit. Tell me, fucking tell me. And what you have now, because all my clients tell me some of the deepest, darkest shit. Sometimes some personal stuff. I'm like, hey, I'm just your coach.
Yeah.
And sometimes they come with stuff. I'm all like,
you're a life coach.
And they say shit out loud in the gym. I'm like, what the?
Oh, then it's fair game, right?
Hey, so
what's Sofian say? Give me a secret.
It's Sofian?
Yeah, what do you confess?
He's actually not a big fan of fried chicken.
He super enjoyed Finland. No, he didn't.
No, the only thing that would make me break that secret is if you tell me something that puts you or someone in danger. Okay, that's the only way. The only time I'm like, okay, thanks for telling me this, but this is dangerous, so I'm going to take a form of action. I might not go out and tell or say exactly what you told me or whatnot, but I will be like, okay, this is something to take into consideration. Let's try and figure out the situation.
Okay. Not respectable, yeah. I agree.
There are a few ones here that we can, I think, blast through a little quick.
Yeah.
Never give up on anybody. Miracles happen every day.
Not true.
That's one.
That's one
saying.
So don't give up on anyone because miracles can happen every day.
Well, what do you mean with give up?
I don't fucking know. It's written here, dude. Because I didn't write it.
No, because
I don't think we're supposed to go too deep into it. Like whatever tickles your philosophy.
Yeah, I agree to a certain degree. If it's you guys are my really close friends, then I'll put in my maximum effort. Even if you guys don't see it, and if I believe in you, I'll still be pushing. Yeah. But if some person I'm not that good with, and it's whatever, bro. Like it's
Bob Nobody down the street,
then
it is what it is.
Yeah, but even then, for example, if someone really close to me becomes addicted to drugs, for example, I'll fucking be there. Hey, let's rehabilitate you. Let's get you off of it. But if 20 years after you're still on that shit, man, I'm like, buddy, there's nothing I can do for you anymore. This is right now in your court.
But what if it took 21 years?
Again, I'm not gonna be an asshole towards him, but I'm gonna be like, yo, I can't do anything for you.
Yeah.
And this is starting to affect my life as well. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take a step back.
I love how you create like a very dire scenario based on like I get it. Like I agree with you, but it's like never give up anyone because like hey, if you're addicted to drugs for 20 years,
you're on your own, bro.
I love how you can always paint a picture in your head of like how would this situation play out.
He grabs what he does is he grabs funny topics and makes them serious.
Everything serious. Like he bounds himself to a rule. So if I agree to this now, that means that in 20 years, if someone's addicted to drugs, I'm fucked.
No, because I'm saying if I'm trying to think of it in like a realistic situation, the 20 years or whatnot, that doesn't matter. But what I mean is, if at a certain point the person that I have their back, I start noticing they don't have mine, or they're not putting in their own efforts to help themselves. Then I'm evaluating to see if it's me, the one who's not doing it right, or they're not putting in their part. Because I'm not gonna use energy in something that's not gonna work.
Okay.
And it's not like I'm gonna drop it and be done. I'm like, yo, I've been helping you out and all this shit.
Yeah.
Nothing's happening. I'm gonna take a step back.
Quickly before we move on, if it's your kid, you think it'd be still able to do that?
Depending on the situation.
Let's say the drug things
if you're asking me if there's a point that I might have to not back up my kid, there is a point.
Okay.
If my kid fucking gets high on bath salts and then goes murder people, I'll be like, hey,
that's cold.
Sad, but
okay, damn.
There's nothing I can do anymore.
There's always something you can do, dude.
That's bullshit.
No. I firmly believe there's always something you can do.
I mean,
always, no matter what, no matter you can't. There's not a single situation you can paint where I won't think that there's something you can do.
I agree with you that there's always an option, but to have that option is a different thing.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Okay.
Move on.
Well, this is why we talk about these things, because then we can learn from each other. I know that Chris has a druggy kid, and I know I might have to like.
After 20 years, you might have to step in.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the one who thought it would be cool.
It's been 20 years. It's my turn.
You're the one who thought it would be cool to give him his first beer. You sent him down the rabbit hole.
Out of all of us, besides Nader,
you want to be the cool uncle.
Hey, out of all of us, I'll be the last one to fucking give him his first beer. I think great. This is fucking 10 grams. Like, hey, take a sip. Take
it to San Pablo, bro.
All right. 10. Whistle.
I whistle, so I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I do.
You think it's important to whistle? Do you whistle?
I can't whistle.
You can't whistle?
No. Like even when you guys used to do flies.
How do I know you for like fucking 22 years now? What the fuck was that?
I can pretend to whistle like.
you can whisper very loud.
Yeah, exactly.
You are the second person I know that can't whistle.
And I can't whistle.
It's a part.
Even when you used to do flight, I always used to make some sound to get out of it, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's just I can't whistle. So to me,
This is
I don't care at all about whistling. No.
You don't know
surprised,
how to
but
whistle.
It's nice to know you can't, so I won't count on it. I'll be like, hey, if anything goes wrong, just whistle. I'll be like, no, bro, I'm not going to. You'll hear me whisper with a tone,
Exactly.
but I will absolutely not whistle.
You'll be fucked.
We need to get him like a rescue whistle.
You hear like a.
Like if the kid's on drug for 20 years, I'm your guy. But if you need me to whistle, don't count on me, bro. Don't count on me, bro.
We should get him like a security whistle, like a little keychain thing, like.
Yeah.
Give me one of those dog whistles.
All right, 11 is going to be a difficult tip. Like, we're not going through all of them. I'm just naming a number, but 11 is avoid sarcastic remarks. Ooh, that's a hard one.
How the hell are you gonna avoid sarcastic remarks?
Yeah. So I think we reached one of those pieces of advice that's like old people shit. Mm-hmm. Like advice from old people. Oh, don't be rude. It's unpolite to be sarcastic. Yeah. I think all we are is sarcastic.
Yeah, exactly. That's impossible.
I mean, on fucking dating apps right now, everyone's saying, "Oh, I'm fluent in sarcasm." I'm like, okay, so it's its own language now.
Usually they're not. So.
Yeah,
no, definitely that's not doable.
I'm full channeler in this bitch, so I'm super sarcastic.
Yeah, exactly.
The next one is be brave, even if you're not. Pretend to be. No one can tell the difference.
Be brave.
I get that. Yeah.
So
Fake it till you make it is one of the best things in life.
Exactly.
You know what I realized? I talked about this with I think one of my employees is that we're 30 plus now. Like we're both 30. You're what 36 or some shit? I'm kidding. But we're officially like full blown adults, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. What I've noticed is that in every generation, even like most people have no idea what the fuck they're doing. 30-year-olds have no idea. Everyone's just winging it.
Yeah, you're still learning. Yeah.
But 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, like if you're 50-year-old and it's the first time you're coming into a new position, you're still figuring it the fuck out. Yeah. Everything is kind of like just kind of smushed together, like societal systems and norms and principles, everything. Everything's kind of like smushed together. Everyone's going to just figure it out.
Yeah.
No one knows what the fuck they're doing.
Nope. And that's crazy because as kids, I look at my parents. I'm like, yo, they know everything. They have everything figured
you
out.
have questions, you go to your parents.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But now you figure out that they're just winging it, so just learning.
Because you know what I realized? Like if I have kids and they come to me with whisker in the house rack, I'm like, fuck. So I'm gonna be like, my plan is to like whichever grade is the next year, start going through the materials, start prepping, so to know like where I can point them towards. You know,
I'll be like, go to Google.
Yeah, like even now with I'm not sure what it's called in English, but like startdelen. That is completely different. Yeah, long division.
Long division.
Oh, long division. Okay,
that's completely different from how we learned it, right?
Yeah,
because I even remember like because my sister's like I'm 29. I think she's 5'5". She's 5 years younger than me. Yeah, 5 years younger than me. So even like back in the day, I remember
Graham's parents had him. We're like, no, we need a break. Even wachten.
I had to help her with her long division. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She's like, no, this is how you do it. Like, why? If you tell me how to do it, what do you mean? Why are you asking me for help?
Math is math.
I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? I couldn't do that now.
I'm screwed. If I have kids and they come home, we're like,
and that's just 5.
Luckily, Fleur's fucking good at numbers and math. Like, go to your fucking mom.
Yeah.
Hey, you need profielwerkstuk or like fucking spreekbeurt?
Talk to
got
me.
you.
Yeah.
Talk your ear off.
Numbers? Go to your mom.
Nah, dude.
Go to YouTube, bro. YouTube has everything nowadays. True. YouTube, bro. Yeah.
I like this one. Next one is adorable. Make it a habit to do nice things for people who will never find out.
Fuck yeah, dude. I do that. Karma. I do that daily, man. It takes nothing from you to be nice and do something nice.
It gives you a lot too. Like selflessly being nice, like is its own reward. Like results, like fuck the results, but just doing nice things. It just gives you a lot of.
Want me to tell you a nice thing I want to do today? Like on the way walking to your place, I was walking and like, oh, there are the flowers there. I'm like, oh, Fleur might be home. Like, pick a flower and give her a flower, and she wants you to throw it away, but just give it a flower. But then when I got to like right in front of your house and I saw that Tesla wasn't there, I was like,
fuck this flower.
Threw it down.
All my effort for nothing.
Ain't no reason for me to walk in with flowers for you guys.
Yeah. What do you think? Because you're more of like you're more
carefully choose your words now.
You're more individualistic with a lot of things. Like you keep a lot of things close to the chest. So how do you feel about that advice?
Yeah, I would say it sounds nice on paper, But some slice of paper.
It's a nice theory.
Yeah, it's a nice thought. No, it's a nice sentiment, but I don't personally think I practice it all the time. Like here and there, I might try to do something nice or someone noticing or whatever. But I guess in general, for me, I don't really practice it.
You know what? Like you know what I think it might be for you though. I think because your life and your personal contact is like very structured.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what do you mean though?
Because I guess the way you work, it's a closed loop, right? You work with the same people.
Yeah.
So you don't work in the service industry, for example, where new customers are coming in.
Yeah.
And I guess it's most likely the same routine.
Yeah.
When you go to work, every day of going to work is the same routine, right?
Yeah.
So I guess you have an average level of personal contact with strangers. So then there's less opportunities to be this way. But if you have a high level of personal contact with strangers, I think there's also just more opportunities to do things like that, like be nice, because you just come across more things. Like if you see the same people every single time, then it starts becoming, if I do something nice, it's going to have a selfish result, or when to get something back for it, and then it's not really following the advice for people who never find out.
I mean, but based on the thing as well, again, I like doing nice things as well, but I don't specifically try to do it without people knowing either. Like if they don't know about it, I won't bring it up. But it's not that I'm like, let me sneakily fucking clean Graham's shoes or some shit like that. That I don't do. But if we're meeting up, I'm like, gotta meet up with the guys, gotta buy some stuff. And I'm gonna get some Malta and some Fria.
I do that sometimes. And then someone drinks all my Fria, but then when he gets Fria, he never gets Fria from me. But hey, that's a different story, you know?
Graham's very nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess, So kind of, I guess.
Like that, yeah.
I think there's a lot to be said for it. I think you can benefit greatly in your own life for doing so.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I don't think it has to be like a rule. I don't think like shit. A day went by, did nothing nice. Let me go fucking sweep up my neighbor's garden or something. So,
True.
all right,
because then it's not authentic anymore, and that's the thing that's important for me. It's got to be authentic.
Here's a funny one: when playing games with children, let them win.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Hell, you seem like a guy that when growing up they let you win all the goddamn time.
I was just good at everything.
You fucking. I swear to God.
I don't.
I can't agree with this one. Kids,
they need to learn how to lose.
Kids nowadays are already way too soft.
Wait, okay, okay. Let's be more specific. Up to what age is a kid? Do we consider a kid here?
I guess before they're a teenager.
So let's say 12, maybe. Let's say 10.
Yeah, 10 they're still a kid. Yes.
Let's say 12.
12. Okay,
yeah.
12. Okay.
Nah, I'd say like
lose.
I'd say up to 10. I'll let them win, and after that, bro, here's reality.
Hell no. Straight out of the womb.
I think
really
straight out of the womb.
Damn, you're a demon.
Chris would like one of those videos of a kid trying to shoot a basketball.
Yeah.
And a guy jumps in like fucking slams him like, you're nothing, cupcake.
Yeah.
I mean, not to that extent, but if they fucking like throw the ball, I'm not gonna alley-oop it, and they're like, you missed, try again.
Oh, okay.
I think a little bit of both. Like I think kids nowadays are always way too fucking soft. Yeah, they have to learn to fail, learn to lose. But like sometimes there's also a lesson in letting a child win. So again, I don't have fucking children, and I don't have I hang out with kids sometimes, like friends' kids and shit. But I'm not constantly in contact with them to know what the consequences is of a kid.
Yeah, I guess
because it has to do with their self-esteem is still developing and shit. And I don't know. So
I guess the same thing applies. What about telling kids good job or whatever, even though you might not think it's a good job? So let's say your 5-year-old makes you a drawing, you think it's absolute dog shit. You're gonna tell them, "Hey, good job." Or you're gonna
relative
tell
to
them,
what?
You know what I'm gonna say.
Relative to you making a drawing or to a 5-year-old making a drawing. If it's good for a 5-year-old, it's good.
Yeah.
Let's say it's dog shit for a 5-year-old.
It's a
5-year-old.
Yeah. So
for a 5-year-old,
so the 5-year-old bar is here, and your daughter, whatever shit, is right here. You're telling her hey, good job.
No,
or you're telling yo, fam, this ain't it.
You know what I'm gonna tell him? Thank you. I love it so much. Thank you. That's it. I don't want to tell him it's fucking good or not. The only thing I have to tell him is that I like what they gave me. That's it.
Yeah, because good is relative. I get at that point. Because you could give me something shit and I can still like it. I just have bad taste.
True.
I'll be all like, is that Santa Claus?
Okay, but the thing that you made it.
You're trying to get us to say what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the I made it moment is you put it up in the fridge, right? So she walks up to you with a fridge yo, dad, you gonna put it up in the fridge? You guys
Yeah,
gonna put it up?
absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
No, we're gonna put it up on the wall in your room.
Oh wow, I see. Nah, that's terrible. Okay.
Why?
Because the fridge is the main thing. That's the notion you made it.
In your house, not my house.
I can't wait to have my kids' drawings on the fridge.
Okay. Okay. Oh, random question. Would you guys be one of those guys that, let's say, your kid has a drawing, whatever, and you get that drawing tattooed?
No, fuck no.
As like a little bonding, whatever, like always means
like,
so much to me.
Look, if he's artistic and it's a really good tattoo, or like a good drawing, or it's like significant, and it fits in my disgusting canvas, then sure. But most likely not. Like, look, Daddy, it's a bunny. That's a spludge. That's not a bunny. I'm not putting my body.
It's an abstract bunny. You know, you gotta squint your eyes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip this question because I'm gonna bring it real dark and shit. Y'all don't want that.
Next. Let's go.
All right. Never deprive someone of hope. It might be all they have. Ooh, that's a deep one.
Ooh,
I agree with this one. You never know how deep people are in the shit and
true.
What the last strand is they're holding on to. Because like some people, especially nowadays, because everyone's so fucking negative. Everyone's negative about everything. Everyone complains about everything. Everyone's just negative and negative. Everything is horrible. Everyone's a fucking victim. So I definitely agree with this.
I agree situationally.
Oh, here we go.
Explain.
Again, for the 99% of the time, fuck yeah. Why would I fucking crush your hope? But if you're gonna tell me that, I'm gonna keep jumping off this building until I fly, I'm like, guy,
what? That's like the worst analogy I've ever heard in my life.
Fine. Okay,
I love Chris, bro. This man's
Christ.
Okay. I'm gonna cure cancer with my basketball.
Again, but you're pulling such extremes out of your ass, like in an implausible situation.
But that's why I'm saying 99.9% of the time, I'm not gonna crush it.
That
But if you come up with some stupid shit,
that 0.1% that you're coming up does not exist in the real world.
You'd be surprised.
No,
I do not. I do not believe
agree
so.
with Daryl. Not your bullshit.
That's fine.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't crush your hope. Like, it doesn't do anything for me either, you know?
Exactly. There's no win.
Yeah.
What if you hate the person?
Even then.
Even then. No, but the thing is, I'm saying I don't hate anyone. So, even so, I would no, because it doesn't.
What about the teacher that gave you that veggie lumpia that made you hate veggies?
I don't know. Rest in peace. But no.
Oh shit, my bad.
She didn't give it to me. That was someone's birthday. But no, even so, no way, no. It doesn't do anything for me.
Nope.
So
there's no win in it for you.
No, exactly. Yeah.
It would be wasted energy.
Yeah. You guys believe in karma? Just quickly,
somewhat.
Move on.
In a certain way, yeah. I think that not in the like samsara, like the life cycle part of it, so that you're like reborn in different caste systems and stuff. But I do believe that good actions create more good actions. Bad actions create more bad actions. If I'm an asshole to you, most likely next time that I encounter you, I'll have a negative experience. So in that way.
Okay.
So more in a practical way.
Okay.
If I'm decent to you, then the odds of something positive coming out of it is way higher than if I'm an asshole to you.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. So
Okay.
I'd rather err on the side of being decent, just for the mathematical odds of later down the road something not befalling me.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
I also have this other thing in my head. The guys know I'm not religious at all, but there's like 0.001% chance in my head. Like, let's say heaven and hell is real. I'd rather be on the right side of history, just in case. Just in fucking case, I rather know that, hey,
diversify your portfolio.
I exactly spread that risk,
I mean, I again, same thing. I try to put as much good as out there as possible. But I'm going to hell.
Oh wow. So okay. I mean, at least you're honest, I guess.
I'm not even gonna step on that landmine. We're gonna go straight ahead to the next one.
Yeah.
We're gonna bypass that one real quick.
Hey, but I'm crushing my own hope here.
Sidestep the landmine. Tip number 16.
Yeah.
Or 17. Give people a second chance, but not a third.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
I agree with it too.
Give people a second chance, but not a third.
Well, in my experience, I've been fucked over like multiple times, and then like on the first try, like shit worked out. So maybe give people 3 chances and not a fourth. Maybe
depending
in that
on the situation. Depending on the situation.
But yeah, I think I definitely believe in second chances.
Yeah, it is situational and depends on a person. Because personally, if let's say you cheat on me, you ain't getting a second chance, right?
Same.
But then
but even then, I've heard stories of people who like they cheat.
Yeah.
But it has a lot to do with fucking PTSD and trauma and like, and then you find out that they went through fucking like sexual abuse or something.
Yeah.
Like there's something not registering how society expects them to register.
Yeah.
And they end up making a big, like it's a huge mistake.
Yeah.
And like, er is geen goede woord over te zeggen.
Yeah, precies.
And no way you can justify it.
Yeah.
But yeah, even then, like I've heard stories of people who like they've cheated because like their boyfriend abused them when they were like some shit, and then it was a way of like getting control back. I have no idea. I hope I never have to be in a situation. But even something grave like that. But what about step further? What if someone who commits murder?
Wait, someone commits.
Does someone who commits murder deserve a second chance?
Oh, in general. Yeah.
A second chance to murder another person, or
Jesus Christ.
or do you mean like a second chance in society?
The thing is, I would say,
Chris, there's not a single situation where a second chance ever means a second chance to murder a person. Not. There's no conversations to be had where that's the option. Second chance of forgiveness, of course.
The thing is, I would say
forgiveness
yes,
is a difficult word, bro.
But like if you murder my sister or someone love one of mine, then I'm gonna say no. You know?
Yeah, okay.
But I think
it's hard, right?
Yeah, but I think the overall shit is yes. I think they do. I don't know.
It would be like, have you forgiven people who'd bully you?
Oh, but that's a completely different problem.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Because a lot of things are also results of circumstances. Most people who bully people are fucking tormented with insecurity, and they're going through their own fucking trauma and shit. So they're just acting it out.
True, but that doesn't take away the fact that they took out the trauma on you back then, and because of that, now you're scarred. So I say that if you're able to forgive them, then maybe yeah. But for me personally, should a murderer get a second chance? I don't know, man. It depends on.
I'm gonna take a page out of your book and say it depends on the situation, of course.
Yeah.
But before we move on, the Stoics teach us that forgiveness is a gift to the self. When you forgive someone,
that's definitely true.
You're actually you're giving yourself something, because when you don't forgive someone, they're always in your head. They're living rent free in your fucking brain, and it costing you energy. Oh, I have to behave this way when I see that guy because I don't like this dude.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot to be said for that. That forgiveness is a gift to the self.
But if someone murdered Fleur, you think you can ever forgive that person?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
But it's situational. But I think
once it's personal, it's different.
But murder is in the most extreme category of things to forgive.
If it's detached from me, then yes. But
so and we're talking more about the more common things. People who have wronged you. People who have who have acted in for you to fail.
But could you forgive someone if they stole money from you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't see money the way most people see money.
What if it's if it's enough money where it bankrupts you or it fucks you over?
Again, I really believe that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Mm-hmm. I'd rather forgive than live the rest of my life as a miserable person or a sour person. Because the sooner I forgive, the sooner I can move on. Because I have to move off anyway. I'm fucked either way.
Yeah,
the action is already there in the universe.
Wow. Okay.
So I have no choice. Well, like, what's the point of not forgiving someone? Because you can forgive someone and still learn from your mistakes. You can still forgive someone and still protect yourself from the second attempt, right?
Yeah.
But like I've had to learn that a lot, because you make a lot of mistakes when you're starting a business.
Yeah.
And then mistakes that end up not causing people to behave poorly towards you, but it gives them an opportunity to. And then sometimes they do.
Yeah.
But what the fuck are you going to do? You're going to be sad about it every single day. You're going to be, oh, if I see that guy, I'm going to ignore him. I'm going to give him the cold shoulder. That'll show him. Mm-hmm. Like you're so busy with what has been done to you that you're keeping yourself in that prison.
Yeah.
So the sooner you forgive, the sooner you can let go, and the sooner you can move on.
Yeah. Again, for me, that would be situational as well. Because if it's someone, no, in the sense that if it's someone that I see often, then I would have to forgive that person, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to be at peace because I'm seeing that person often. But if
you see him once a year, you like what's the point in not forgiving them?
If I move to another country and I don't see him at all, I don't think about it whatsoever.
But that's still like like accepting and putting in place in your heart. Forgiveness isn't forgiving isn't going to a person and being, hey, I forgive you. Forgiving is an internal thing. Again, that's why it's a gift you give yourself. It has nothing to do with the other person.
Yeah. But what he says is not forgiveness, though. Letting it go or like locking it away is not forgiveness.
No, it's not.
Because once you see that person again, it's like, oh fuck this guy, I fucking hate this guy, blah 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 blah. But also, yeah, like you said, it's situational because it depends on what it is, you know.
The only thing I've noticed as well is it's okay when you guys go to extreme and be like murderers and whatnot, but when I go to this extreme, it's bad.
Because we do it 1 out of 10 times, you do it 9 out of 10 times. That's why.
Yeah, and you talk about people trying to jump off of buildings to fly.
Exactly.
So something that doesn't exist, and then people unfortunately do murder people. But I get your point. But like you have a very colorful imagination, so we have to try and make it less colorful for people who are listening. People say like, "What does he mean when you say people who are trying to cure cancer with a basketball?" Like, what's he trying to say?
Yeah, man.
Hey, but we actually didn't get that far in the whole list, so I think we can chop this up into 2 pieces. You guys want to do that?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Well, then I think we're gonna end it here for now.
I actually kind of like my speak, and I saw the one right under that we were gonna do. I think that's an interesting one. Be romantic.
Let's talk about that in the second episode.
All right, cool, no problem.
Because I think we can talk long about that.
All right,
and we're already 50 minutes in. Hey, but guys, that was the first episode of 2022.
Yeah,
I hope these
enjoyed it.
life advices help you as well. Is it advices or advice? Advices?
Advice.
Advices.
Just advice.
Advice.
Yeah,
it's like luggage. People say
exactly.
Hey, can you grab my luggages? Like, no, I can't. I cannot grab multiple plurals.
Exactly. It's singular and plural.
There you go.
Plural.
But thanks for listening, guys. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a beautiful jaarwisseling.
Yes, sir.
And I think we all wish everyone who's listening a wonderful 2022. Make something beautiful out of it. Do something great.
Make it the best out of it.
And don't forget, it doesn't cost you anything to do a little good.
Hey, that's true.
Just do a little good.
Cost you a little bit of time, but you know.
Just do a little good.
Fucking screwball over here. All right, guys, thanks for listening. Please check us out on Instagram at Kunuku Spices. You can also check out our website, kunukuspices.nl.
Check out our seasoning on our website.
Yes, it's probably not going to be restocked by the time you hear this, but we're coming soon with the restock. We got
and a little surprise. Well, the surprise and spoil.
We got some new spices coming out.
Yes,
and
YouTube,
Talkin
Spice.
You can watch the video version of this.
Yes.
We're on Spotify, on Apple Podcast, on fucking...
Yes. The YouTube is the Spice Boys, and the Apple Podcast is Talkin Spice. There we go.
Here you go.
I hope wherever you're hearing this, you're having a great time, and
enjoy people.
Oh, you're so nice.
Right?
I do not hope that. I'm kidding. I hope it
okay.
Dooey.